Hey y'all, I'm Mickey Gousset, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm continuing on making videos so far on GitHub Actions until I just run out of topics or decide to just switch over to something else. And the topic I wanted to focus on today was how to make a workflow trigger using your own custom event. For example, you may have something happening in some external system over in Jira, or over in Azure Boards, or over in whatever, external system foo. And you want, when something happens in that system, to then be able to go trigger an event in GitHub. Or not trigger an event, well, you want to be able to trigger a custom event you created in GitHub that will then make a workflow execute. So we're going to look at how to do that using something called the repository dispatch event. And what the repository dispatch event allows you to do is create your own custom event, pass in your own custom payload, and then you can have the workflow use that custom payload however you want to use it. This is one of the things that is on the GitHub Action certification exam, so I thought it would be good to cover. So let's see how it works. So let's switch over here and blow this up just a little bit. Okay, so here we are as usual in our DevOps Elvis organization and in the My GitHub Actions presentation repository. This is a public repository, so as I've mentioned, you can fork it. You can star it if you want to. I've already got a couple of people that have done that. I'd love to see more. You can also contribute back if you want to contribute back. Now, we want to use the repository dispatch event. And if you look at the GitHub documentation, there are a lot of different events. This is the docs page, and there are a lot of different events that can trigger a GitHub Actions workflow. And if we scroll down, there's one called repository dispatch. And if you look at what this is doing here, we are going to receive a payload, a webhook payload called the repository dispatch payload, which has custom information that you can put into it. And what we're going to do is, in our on command, we're going to specify repository dispatch, and then we're going to specify the specific custom event we want to listen for. So in this case, in the documentation, it's listening for the custom event test result. Now, you pass in a payload to this repository dispatch event where you specify the event type. So that's the event we're going to be listening for, test result. And then you can specify the client payload, which can have multiple values in it of information that you're passing in. All of this will then be available to us in the GitHub context object. So if we come over here to .github and we go to workflows and we go to repository dispatch example, what we're going to see here is, first off, we have our on command. We're listening for the repository dispatch event, and we're listening specifically for the type that I called on-demand-test-event. So that's what we're going to be listening for. So if I send a repository dispatch event or command to this repository and it has a different event type in it, this workflow won't trigger. But if it has the event type on-demand test event, the workflow will trigger. Then I have our standard job section with a single job in it. I'm running this on a hosted Linux machine. I'm dumping out the context, which we saw how to do in an earlier video, just so that we can see the event information is actually in the context object. And then I'm actually outputting the values for the event. And for this case, for the event that I'm going to be passing in, my payload is going to consist of 3 variables called value 1, value 2, and value 3. And I'll access those by saying $curly brace, github.event client payload value 1, client payload value 2, client payload value 3. This ties back in, if we go back to the documentation and you look at the JSON for the payload, here's the event type, and then client payload, and this would be value 1, this would be value 2, and then there'd be another that's value 3. So I have this workflow. Now, here's the catch. This only works if you're running on the default branch. So it only works for a workflow that is on the default branch. You can't trigger this on a workflow that's on a separate branch. So I have this workflow out there. So how do I actually trigger it? Well, if we go and look at the documentation for creating a repository dispatch event, that should be on this page somewhere. Create a repository dispatch event. Oh, I just had it. There it is. So if we go to the documentation for create a repository dispatch event, this is in the REST API. You can see it gives us an example of being able to, of how we call this event, the information that we can pass in, the response we expect. And over here on the right-hand side, and this is what I like about all of our API documentation, we give you an example of doing it with a curl, an example of doing this with JavaScript, or an example of doing this with the GitHub CLI. So I can use any of these methods to basically submit a post request to this specific endpoint. So it would be repository repos/org name, repository name /dispatches. And then if I have my GitHub workflow that's listening for the event type that I pass in, then I can access the client payload and do stuff. So I'm actually going to use the GitHub CLI to make this call. So let's come over here to GitHub CLI. You can see it gives us an example of how to use it. So we're going to copy this and use this to just kind of get us started. And if we flip over to our CLI, we blow this up a little bit. Let's clear that out. I'm going to paste that command in. Now we need to make some changes to this command to make it work the way we want it to work. So the first change we need to make is I need to change this to be DevOps Elvis. I need to change this to be my GitHub Actions presentation, which is the name of my repo, /dispatches. Then I need to specify the event type that I'm going to pass in, which my event type was on-demand test event, if I remember correctly. Let's go look. On-demand test event. And then I need to specify the items that are going to be in my client payload. So we'll say this is value 1, and we'll set value 1 equal to true. And we'll set value 2 over here equal to, say, a number. So we'll pick a number, 42. And then we need a value 3, so we'll say -f client payload. And all this is doing is, this is because I'm using the GitHub CLI to make the API call, it allows me to construct the JSON payload in this manner. Again, I could have also done a curl command and just passed in all of the JSON at once if I wanted to. We'll call this value 3, and we'll say this equals Mickey Rocks. Not Mickey Rocks, that's a bit arrogant. We'll say DevOps Rocks. So I am now going to hit this endpoint. So I'm going to go to my DevOps Elvis organization, my GitHub Actions presentation repository, dispatches endpoint. I'm going to pass in an event type of on-demand test event, and I'm going to pass in a client payload with multiple values. Didn't get an error, so that's always positive. And if we come back over here to the actions, we can now see that we have triggered my repository dispatch sample workflow, was triggered by me because it used my personal access token to trigger it. And we can see the event that triggered it, on-demand test event. So now if we go into this workflow, we can see it's already finished. If we go into the job and we look at the GitHub context, then we can see that, remember, all of this is the GitHub context. But if we go to GitHub.event.client payload, there's my 3 values. So we're able to access these by saying $ curly brace, GitHub.event.client payload.parameter name. There's the event that we were listening for. And if we look at the outputs, value 1 equal true, value 2 equal 42, value 3 equal DevOps. So there you go. And that's how you do it. That's how you trigger your own custom event and pass in your own custom payload to a GitHub Actions workflow. Again, reasons for doing this could be something happening in another system like ServiceNow, maybe a ticket ID change or ticket value changes in ServiceNow, and you issue a repository dispatch event to a workflow, to a repository so that a certain workflow runs, or changes made to a Jira issue. Again, you can do anything you want. You can even run it manually, trigger it manually like I did from the command line. But repository dispatch events are on the GitHub Action certification exam, so you need to understand the basics of how they work. Thanks for watching.